Hello, dear story lovers. Today we're about to dive into a tale full of twists and turns, where power and love meet in the most unexpected way. Come along with me. And after watching, let me know in the comments what you think. Let's meet Justin Thomas, an oil tycoon who ruled over a vast empire. For him, power was as natural as the sun setting on a golden horizon, and he was used to getting everything he wanted, including the heart of any woman he chose. Justin was the kind of man who knew no limits. His wealth was immense, and his influence even greater. He was always surrounded by people who wanted a piece of his success, but he never truly cared about anyone. To Justin, love was just another thing he could buy or easily conquer. But one night, everything started to change. Justin had a dream. It wasn't just an ordinary dream. He saw a woman, a beauty he had never seen before. And for the first time, it wasn't about conquering or possessing. He felt something different, something he had never experienced before, the feeling of being truly loved. This dream stirred something deep within Justin. He began to realize that despite all his wealth and power, something was missing from his life. Something he could never buy or control. This woman, this figure from his dream, represented everything he never knew he needed. The dream was so real that Justin could almost smell her sweet perfume in the air. When he woke up, he was certain he had dreamed of a woman he had never seen before. From that night on, Justin started to encounter this mysterious woman in his dreams. She was enchanting and challenging, her image blending with the mist of desire, as if she were something magical and irresistible. On quiet and lonely nights, she appeared in Justin's deepest thoughts, like a muse sent from the heavens. He desired her in a way he had never desired anyone in his life. Upon waking, the millionaire felt the warmth of this passion, like a flame burning inside him, longing to become reality. Justin had an almost magical conviction that if he could find her in the real world, this woman from his dreams would truly love him. After that first dream, Justin could no longer erase the image of that mysterious woman from his mind. Determined to find her, he hired a renowned artist to paint a portrait, describing every detail he remembered with precision. He needed to find her because no other woman sparked his interest. His mind and heart were fixed only on the one who invaded his dreams almost every night. 2 years passed, and Justin continued dreaming and longing, tirelessly pursuing the hope of one day finding her. Justin Thomas had traveled the world, crossed oceans, and explored places that few could even dream of seeing. In all these adventures, he was searching for something, or rather someone, who appeared in his dreams. Until one day, his eyes finally met hers. She was in a vibrant market, full of life and mystery, with a beauty that seemed straight out of a fairy tale. A simple glance from her was enough to capture Justin's heart. As he explored the exotic foods of the place, Justin felt discomfort from trying something spicier than he was used to. Determined to relieve the discomfort, he entered a small roadside pharmacy to buy some medicine. There behind the counter was Tessa. She was a simple woman, but with a beauty that seemed to shine amidst the simplicity of the place. When Justin saw her up close, his heart nearly stopped. She was the woman he had been searching for in his dreams for so long. Excited and with his heart racing, Justin tried to start a conversation, feeling that he had finally found what he had been looking for. But to his surprise, Tessa paid him little attention. When Justin left the store, thrilled to have found the woman he had dreamed of, he decided to wait until she finished her shift. When Tessa finally appeared at the exit, he approached with a smile and said, "I need to talk to you." Tessa, surprised by the sudden approach, took a step back, nervous. She wasn't used to talking to strangers and didn't think it was right to stop and listen. Without saying anything, she turned and kept walking. Justin, realizing she wasn't going to stop, started walking beside her, insisting, "Miss, I'm Justin Thomas, the famous oil tycoon. Can I at least know your name?" Tessa remained silent, but Justin didn't give up. "Why don't you tell me your name?" Finally, with a look of impatience, Tessa replied, "My name is Tessa, sir. And you're bothering me." Justin smiled and said, "Tessa, what a beautiful name. Tessa, would you like to go out to dinner with me?" Tessa was surprised by the question and responded, "Sir, I don't know you. Please stop bothering me, or I'll call the police." Realizing that she wouldn't change her mind, Justin decided to back off that night. But he was full of joy because the woman of his dreams was real, and her name was Tessa. For the next 2 weeks, Justin waited outside her work without saying a word. Every night, Tessa saw him leaning against his luxurious car, just watching her. Over time, she got used to his presence but didn't let on whether she liked the attention. After those 2 weeks, on a night where the sky was lit by stars and a bright full moon, Justin saw her leaving work again. She was there under the starry sky, as the night breeze gently moved her hair, as if it were Justin's hands touching her. Justin's heart beat faster as he saw her. A strong desire drove him to approach, as if something invisible was pulling him. With firm steps, he walked toward her, his strong presence in contrast to her softness. Each step Justin took was steady, as if he was promising himself that he would do everything to win over the heart that now seemed to beat in sync with his. When he reached her, he stopped, holding her gaze with a mix of admiration and hope. Words weren't necessary, for their eyes told the story of all they felt. She looked up, and in that instant, their eyes met in a connection that seemed to freeze time. Suddenly, the world around them vanished, leaving just the two of them, bound together in a silent understanding. It was on that night that Justin and the woman of his dreams finally met, in a scene that felt like it was lifted straight from a love story. And in that special moment, fate began to write the first chapters of a story that would be remembered for a long time, intertwining their paths in a strong bond of love and romance. That night, Justin invited her to dinner, and to his surprise, she accepted. During dinner, as they talked about his feelings, Tessa began to grow curious. She wanted to understand why a man as handsome and wealthy as Justin was always there, waiting for her, a simple pharmacist. Justin confessed that he was completely in love with her, that he desired her more than anything in the world. And upon hearing this, Tessa began to realize that perhaps there was something special between them, something that went beyond appearances and circumstances. Though Tessa was starting to become interested in Justin, she felt it was still too early to agree to a relationship with him. She felt the need to know him better. They met several times, and with each encounter, determined to win her love, Justin tried to impress her with his wealth. He offered her jewels that sparkled like stars, luxurious cars that seemed to fly, and grand mansions where luxury reigned. Despite starting to develop feelings for him, Tessa remained steadfast in her decision not to rush into a relationship. She didn't let herself be swayed by gold or promises. Tessa looked beyond the wealth, seeking a true connection, something more important than anything material. Even as her feelings for him grew, she wanted to be sure there was something more between them. In the face of her resolve and growing interest, Justin found himself challenged like never before. Justin, always so confident and determined, now found himself trapped in a web of new and confusing emotions. The millionaire had never wanted anyone as much as he wanted Tessa. He was completely consumed by desire and passion, and each time he tried to convince her that life by his side would be full of luxury and comfort, he found himself more and more disappointed by her resistance. Justin wondered, what am I doing wrong? He could sense that Tessa had some interest as well. But after much reflection, he realized that winning her heart wouldn't be possible with expensive gifts or grand gestures. What Tessa needed was something genuine, true love. So, in a moment of sincerity, Justin decided to tell her about the dreams he had, where she was the center of everything. Tessa's gaze, once filled with doubt, began to soften, showing that she finally understood. This was the gesture of love she had been waiting for. When she realized that Justin's feelings were as deep as the dreams that connected them, Tessa allowed herself to be enveloped by a love that surpassed any barrier. Tessa realized that Justin wasn't just trying to win her over, he wanted to share his whole heart with her. Before fully giving in to this love, she asked him to show her the painting he had commissioned 2 years ago when his search for the woman of his dreams began. Justin led her to the hotel where he was staying. As they entered the room, Tessa was left speechless upon seeing the portrait hanging on the wall. It was unmistakably her. "It's me, Justin. Did you really dream about me for 2 years?" He smiled, filled with emotion, and said, "If it had been necessary, I would have searched for you for another 2 years, anywhere in the world. I always knew I would find you, and I believe you feel the same way about me." Tessa's eyes filled with emotion as he continued, "For 2 years, I dreamed of the woman in that painting, and now I know that woman is you, my love." With her heart full of certainty, Tessa realized that Justin's love was real and deep, not just a fleeting desire. Without hesitation, she kissed him, surrendering to the feeling she now knew was true. And so, amidst the glitter of jewels and the dreams of a powerful man, a love that seemed impossible was born. Justin Thomas and the woman he had dreamed of for so long finally united in an eternal journey, where the oil that once fueled his vast empire was set aside, giving way to the strongest fuel of all, true love. On this new path, they discovered that the most valuable wealth wasn't in the possessions they owned, but in the bonds they created together, building a life where love was the true treasure. If you enjoyed this story and want to embark on many more exciting journeys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Here, every tale is a new adventure waiting for you. Turn on notifications and come experience more unforgettable moments with us. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.